Hello everyone, this is Dan, your resident Digimon fan. Welcome back to the channel where today it is May the 3rd, 2022 and I have only just finally received my Primeval Warriors dim card. You might not be able to see too much because of the reflection. So Primeval Warriors, this is the dim card that comes with the new holster and it was a premium Bandai product. The reason why it took so long for me to receive it is because I ordered from Zenin TCG, the first time I've ordered from Zenin TCG, and I don't think the delay is anything on their part. I think they just had some issue with the stock. This was due to be released at the end of March, the very end of March, beginning of April, so it has taken a little while to get here, but we have it today, no biggie. So Primeval Warrior is pretty exciting because it features Stingmon. So he's a favourite Digimon, of course. Not one of my favourites, but I did like Digimon Adventure 2, so Stingmon's pretty cool. And there are some pretty cool Digimon on here, including the only way to get some Imperial Dramon forms without buying the Ancient Warriors dim card. So looking forward to having a look at what's included in this, so let's get started. Okay, here we go. So we have the dim card holster volume 02. So volume 1 was the black holster that included the Dynasty of Evil dim card, which was the one with Wizardmon on the front. I have the black holster here, so we will do a comparison once we've opened this guy up. So we can see the dim card included this time is Primeval Warriors, which is Stingmon on the front. It doesn't have any information down here about what you will receive when you sync with the app. So it'll be interesting to see how many storage capsules you get. I believe the Tamer Dims included 4 capsules. I may be misremembering, and I'll correct if I'm wrong. But that's what we can see on the front. The dim card holster this time is a sort of like forest green with gold text, which actually looks really nice, much nicer than the first one. And then we've got some information on the back, which of course I cannot understand. So let's have a look. Let's pull this out. Oh, I think there's some tape on it still. Right, tape has been removed, and we can slot this guy out. So we take that out here. Got the holster there. Let's move this package out of the way. And we'll take Primeval Warriors out of here. So here is Primeval Warriors. It's quite a dark looking dim card. Maybe that's just my lighting in here today. We've got this really nice green dim on here. I'm guessing that's meant to be some sort of temple with vines around it. So really nice. We'll be putting him in the Vital Bracelet in just a little bit, so we'll come back to that. The holster itself is very similar to the black holster. Got the text down there, Bandai made in China. Nothing else around the outside. And on the inside you've got your slot here for the cards, and then this is where you put the dims. So if we compare to the black holster, that's this guy here. This one has my GP dims and Versus memory inside. So if we have a look at the construction, should be near identical. Can't see any differences in any measure, so that's to be expected. And that's my dims that I keep in there, so that will fit just like in there. Cool. I think it's good to have more holsters because there are a lot more dims than there are storage solutions for dims, official storage solutions anyway. So getting a new holster is always good, although I feel like it might be a bit too little too late. We definitely need more holsters like this. Perhaps some holsters that contain space for more than 5 dims. So let's have a quick look at what comes in the Stingmon dim card. I will put on screen what you can expect in this dim. Starting off with, of course, you've got, I think it's Leafmon and Minomon as the baby forms, and of course Wormmon as the rookie. In the champion slot, we have Stingmon, Shadramon, Hoodymon, who's really cool. I don't know if Hoodymon was in anything but Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory, which I believe is called Hoodymon because Hoodie was the name of the hacker organization that you work for, so that's pretty cool. We have Roachmon as well as the 4th champion. In the ultimate slot, we have Jewel Beamon, Dino Beamon, we have Pyildramon, and I'm not sure what the last 3 ones are called. I think they're called Kongumon, which is kind of like a gold-looking Mega Cavitarimon type creature. And we have Buchimon, who is both the green and the red version of Buchimon. I'm not sure what the significance is of this Digimon. I believe the only anime I've seen them in was one of the Digimon Frontier movies, so I'm not even sure if they're anything to do with Digimon Adventure 2. And then in the Mega slot, we have Bancho Stingmon, we have Gran Kuagamon, and then we have Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode. So this is the same Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode that you can get on the Ancient Warriors dim card. And then we have Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode, who was not available on Ancient Warriors because you had Fighter Mode as the other Imperial Dramon. So really cool to get the other forms of Imperial Dramon on this dim card. So some pretty awesome Digimon on here. So definitely some more variety, more insect type Digimon, which is really nice to see. Let's put him inside my Vital Bracelet and see what the baby looks like. Okay, here's my Vital Bracelet. I'm currently working on Hermit in the Jungle, which is why I have Sunflowmon in here. I've also been watching Data Squad, so it's cool to see Sunflowmon in here because it's one of the main Digimon, part of Digimon in the show. So I do like. So what I'm going to do is insert Primeval Warriors, and it should move Sunflowmon to backup. And then I can move Primeval Warriors up to the app, and we can have a look at that. So let's put him inside there. Should give it a moment to download it, so I'll speed through this bit. There we go, dim accepted. Now we can take the dim out. So remove the dim, and it says to set it on your wrist. I'm just going to leave it here on my finger. And we will see the baby. I think it is Leafmon. I should have come more prepared as usual. But I get excited when post comes through my door that I've been looking forward to, and I like to record straight away. There we go. The baby has hatched, and here he is. Very cute. Right, let's sync with the app and see what we get. Okay, here we go, opening up the application. I use the same phone for the Vital Bracelet Lab as I use for recording, which is why I had to do it this way. So I've done a screen recording, and I'm doing a voiceover after the fact. So I hope it still looks okay. So loading into the app. Got some notices. There was a storage capsule recently given out due to a bug, so that was a nice addition. And what I'm doing now is just sending Leafmon from my Vital Bracelet to the application. So we give that a second to run through. I have the music turned off on the app, but I have the sound effects turned on. Just makes it a little bit nicer to use and a little less repetitive. I mean, the music is okay, but not once you've heard it as many times as I have. So there we go, there's Leafmon loaded in. So first thing we get is Vital Bracelet Sync bonus. That's just a standard daily thing. We get the background image. We get ×4 max vitals, which is really nice. And we also get 4 storage capsules, which is awesome. So that's the same as the Digimon Tamer dim cards. So nice to get 4 storage capsules for syncing. We go into my Tamer section here. You can see Primeval Warriors has been added to my dim cards. And if we go into Digidex, you can see it up there as well. So tapping on Primeval Warriors, you can see the full Digivolution tree here, as I've already been through. So there you have it. There's the Primeval Warriors dim card and the new dim card holster Volume 2. Pretty nice little package. It's nice to have a new dim card and a new holster together. Something that I was looking forward to for a little while, so cool to have these finally. Now let's briefly talk about how you can obtain one of these. So as I mentioned previously, this is a premium Bandai product, which you can tell by the silver sticker over here. And premium Bandai, if you live in the UK, is something that is not accessible. We do not have the option to pre-order through premium Bandai or make purchases. So in order to actually get premium products like this, there are 2 real ways of doing it. The first way is to buy from an eBay reseller, which in most cases I would recommend against, because it's normally going to cost you quite a lot more than the second way of doing it. And the second way of doing it is to buy from another provider. For example, I mentioned at the beginning that I purchased from Zen and TCG. Now, I'm not a fan of online stores that are quite prolific when it comes to sponsoring content creators, and I think the vast majority of Digimon YouTubers have been sponsored by Zen and TCG at some point. And the way that my mind works is that usually that puts me off using a place like that. So I used Zen and TCG tentatively this time, because I just wanted to see if they can provide what I wanted. And although it did take a little while, as I mentioned before, we did get there in the end. And when I did contact them to ask about the delays, they were very gracious in responding, so I was very happy about that. They did also send a few other things. They sent a few Japanese cards, nothing too special, but we've got Goblimon here, and then we've got a few other, I think that's Junkmon, and then Ghostmon option cards. So cool to get some just random extra cards. They also sent me some stickers, so I've shown off the Zenin TCG sticker. It's also a couple of Omnimon stickers, which is really nice. I think that's like of a figurine, so that's really cool. And they also sent this thank you for purchase thing. So that's really nice. So it cost me, I think, overall around £20-25. I'll put the exact amount on screen. And now that included shipping out of the, I believe it came from Singapore in the end. So it does include shipping to the UK. So when you think about it that way, it's not actually that much to purchase it. It would have been cheaper had it not been Premium Bandai and I'd bought from someone in the UK, or if I'd bought from Amazon Japan, for example, but it certainly isn't a bad price. So when it comes to future Premium Bandai products, for example, the Frontier Dims, which I've talked about on a previous video, I have pre-ordered them through Zenin TCG. Now that this has arrived, I'm definitely comfortable buying from them again. They definitely seem trustworthy, so I'll be giving them another go as well. But that's everything for today's video. Thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate you sticking by, and I'll be back with more videos in the future soon. Take care.